This episode is provided by Thomas Allgaier and Frenis, based on the most relevant LinkedIn posts about digital power tools in calendar weeks 41 and 42. Frenis is a B2B market research company that supports enterprises in the power tool sector with the market, customer, and competitive insights they need to navigate dynamic markets and drive customer-centric product development. Welcome to the Deep Dive. So our mission today is really to sift through what professionals were talking about on LinkedIn these past couple of weeks. That's calendar weeks 41 and 42. We're looking for the key trends, the product buzz, the big ecosystem shifts in digital power tools.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're focusing specifically on what's driving things forward in smart build and manufacturing spaces.
Okay, so what jumped out at you from the feed these last 2 weeks?
Well, it wasn't just like minor updates. We saw some pretty significant strategic directions. Definitely a big push on standardizing platforms, especially batteries. Then there's this injection of automation and really high precision for specialized tasks. And also you can really see tangible investments in software and, interestingly, sustainability. The main thread, I'd say, is integration, making everything work together more smoothly on the job site.
That makes a lot of sense. You need that solid base for these, complex digital tools. So let's start right there with power. What's happening with battery systems and charging?
Oh, okay, yeah. What's interesting is the conversations move beyond just amp hours now. It's really all about the convenience of the platform and keeping crews running, maximizing uptime. Shared
systems.
Exactly. Big momentum there because, well, it just makes life easier for the pros. Less friction.
Like the AMP share system, maybe? I saw Patrizia Marano posting about that, highlighting the benefits for contractors. Lower initial cost, less storage needed.
Yep, and less time juggling different batteries and chargers. It simplifies things.
Which, as Patrizia noted, also helps on the sustainability side. Fewer lithium batteries needed overall if everyone's sharing.
Right. And the goal they have is pretty ambitious. 40 partner brands by the end of 2025. That kind of scales is what makes standardization actually work.
And big names are involved from the start, right? Sebastian Schnettmann, I mentioned Effie Engine was a founding member, shows commitment from established players.
Definitely. It signals a real shift.
Okay, but is the charging tech keeping up? I mean, big batteries are great, but not if they take forever to charge.
Oh, for sure. Ivana Pacic was talking about the Expert 18V2320 dual charger. This thing is built for speed, ultra-fast, parallel charging.
Parallel, so both slots at full speed.
Yeah. And the detail I liked. Active air cooling. It keeps performing even when it's freezing, like -10 Celsius or boiling hot, up to +55 C. That's crucial for real-world sites.
That speed matters because the batteries themselves are getting pretty advanced. Chris Murray and Sarah Schmidt were pointing out the new Expert 18V batteries. They use table cell technology.
That's the key. Table cells mean basically much better power delivery, less internal resistance, so less heat when you're really drawing power. These are serious batteries. There's a 15 option delivering up to 2,400 watts. Proper high-draw stuff.
And you see that power put to use in specific tools, like Curtis Stocker showed off the Milwaukee M18 Hydropastic water pump. Pumps a ton of water, sure, 5,670 liters an hour. But the smart part is that integrated filter. It stops the inlet getting blocked by debris. That solves a massive headache on site, when your pump just quits mid-job.
Yeah, that's a classic problem solved. Good example of practical integration.
Okay, so from raw power and platform convenience, let's switch gears. Let's talk about precision, surgical control, especially for those really demanding jobs, infrastructure, heavy steel work.
Right, and this is where we saw some really specialized innovation, particularly from Hilti. Stefan Takishi was detailing their MAG drill SF30M22. It's engineered specifically for drilling accurately and fast into the tough steel used on things like transmission towers.
That magnetic base must be critical there. High torque, too, when you're working vertically or overhead.
Exactly. Stability and power are key. And then, after drilling comes fastening. Lorenzo Veronelli highlighted the Hilti SBT system. It's used for securing the OPGW down leads on those same towers.
And the thing, there was no welding, right? And corrosion safe.
Precisely. That's a huge plus. Welding compromises the galvanization on steel, leads to rust down the line. This system keeps the steel protected, and importantly, it makes installation safer, especially if there's potential for live line work nearby.
Better longevity, safer work. Makes sense.
And connecting that precision idea to automation, the Hilti iBot keeps popping up. Husam shared insights on it again. It automates overhead drilling.
Which saves time, obviously.
Yes, boosts productivity, but maybe more importantly, it takes away that brutal physical strain of working overhead all day. That repetitive stress is a real issue for workers.
Safety and efficiency going hand in hand. I also saw DeWalt focusing on control, not just speed, in their impact drivers. Sean W. pointed out the precision drive mode on the DCF 850.
Yeah, that's a neat bit of software control. It basically stops you from over-tightening and damaging materials or stripping screw heads.
How does it work exactly?
It drives the fastener until it bites, feels the resistance, then it stops automatically and switches to controlled quarter turns for the final tightening. Takes the guesswork out.
Smart. So you avoid costly mistakes and wasted time. Kurt Pereira did note that DCF 870 is still the go-to for pure speed, but that DCF 850 adds finesse.
Right. And David Schweitzer also mentioned how precision is scaling up, comparing the new, more versatile 20V multi-head driver, the DCD 803, for bigger jobs against the, already capable 12V version, the DCD 703. Precision isn't just for small stuff anymore.
Okay, let's shift again to the heavy-duty end. Demolition and cutting. The challenge here seems to be getting that raw power, but also pushing for zero emissions and user comfort.
Definitely. And there's a new benchmark in wall breakers. Ewald A. Kalusha introduced the Hilti TE600 AVR. First off, it's 25% lighter than the old model. That's significant when you're hauling it around.
Big difference, yeah.
But the real kicker is the comfort. AVR active vibration reduction. They've got the vibration down to just 3.8 meters mutters. That's incredibly low.
What means?
It means operators can use it for much longer stretches without hitting safety limits or getting totally exhausted. Less fatigue, more uptime. Plus, it has this user force control feature to help guide the operator.
And tying back to zero emissions, Lenny Edmond was promoting the Hilti TE 2000 cordless breaker. They're using it for driving ground rods in substation work.
So high impact, but battery powered.
Exactly. No generator, no fumes, less noise, less maintenance on site. Just grab the battery and go.
That cordless zero emission trend is definitely strong in cutting too. Kevin McGuckin highlighted the Husqvarna Prime range. That system handles serious cutting and core drilling like walls nearly 18 inches thick.
And all powered by their PPA power pack. Zero emissions again.
Correct. Then there are the really specialized cutters for specific trades. Andre Muhith showed the Milwaukee M18 threaded rod cutter, essential for electricians.
Because it gives clean cuts.
Clean, fast, and crucially, burr-free cuts on mild steel rods, M6 up to M12, no sparks like a grinder, no heat, no mess, just pure efficiency for a repetitive job.
And for the woodworkers.
Sri Kudanshaji showcased the Stanley SST 1800B5 table saw. Good power, 1800W, but the focus was precision. It has a self-aligning rip fence to keep cuts accurate every time.
Okay, we can't talk efficiency without mentioning organization. Bad organization just kills time on site. Jody Grimsley detailed the new Milwaukee Master Mechanic hand tool sets that integrate right into their pack-out system.
Yeah, I saw those. And some nice design touches, like the chrome sockets having 4 flat sides.
4 flat sides, right. Anti-roll, and you can get a wrench on them easily.
And the ratchets have a 90-tooth design. Finer swing arc, better in tight spots. It's that whole system, thinking the tools fit the storage fits the workflow, saves time.
And Paul Miller showed another example, the foldable Milwaukee pipe stand. Folds up small, but handles pipe or strut up to 6 inches. It's those little things that add up.
Totally. Those small efficiency wins compound over a whole project.
All right, let's zoom out a bit now. Look at the bigger picture, the sort of smarter strategies, sustainability, software, and even the culture around the trades. This is where you see the long-term bets.
And the sustainability piece was maybe the most impressive thing we tracked. Thomas Donato and Steve N shared details on the Bosch Universal Impact 800 closed-loop edition. This is really ambitious.
Closed loop, meaning?
Meaning 78% of the plastic in the drill's housing comes directly from recycled old decommissioned power tools. Not just generic recycled plastic. They actually set up a pilot process to recover and reuse material from their own end-of-life tools.
Wow, that's proper circular economy in action. A huge technical challenge, I imagine, to get the quality right from old tool plastic.
Exactly. It shows real commitment, not just greenwashing. And related to cleaner sites, Vincent Lee and Sanif Ansar both flagged the BX4 battery nailer. It's positioned as truly emission-free because it uses no propellant cartridges, just battery power.
Delivers the punch without the chemicals. Got it.
Yeah.
What about managing the job site digitally?
Hilti's pushing into managing consumables. Alexander Funk outlined their consumables management solution, basically full tracking, automated delivery.
On a subscription model.
Yeah. Takes the hassle of ordering screws, nails, anchors, whatever, off the contractor. Prevents running out of critical stuff mid-job.
And it's not just the huge players either, right? Christian Reed mentioned Recon Tools getting featured in the Boston Globe.
Yeah, for advancing projects with their digital tools and software. That kind of mainstream coverage shows digital site management is becoming critical infrastructure, not just a niche anymore.
This strategic focus also seems to include brand building and investing in the industry itself.
Absolutely. Dirk Froberger, Lisa Reisig, and Matheus Contiero were all talking about the Bosch Professional Engineered for Action campaign. Big push celebrating craftsmanship, getting high visibility through partnerships with top European football leagues like the Bundesliga and Champions League.
Associating the brand with high performance.
Exactly. And then DeWalt, marking their 101st anniversary, made a massive commitment. Chris Nelson confirmed they're putting $60 million into their Grow the Trades initiatives.
$60 million.
Yeah. That's serious money dedicated to tackling the skills gap and supporting the future workforce. Shows they see the labor shortage as a fundamental challenge.
And we saw specific partnerships, too.
Definitely. Highly specialized ones. Andreas Hammer announced Hammer is working with DMG, MRI, and WindTool on better tool management solutions specifically for production environments. And Philip Liebernam mentioned Hilti Poland engaging directly with EDG members about timber construction solutions. The whole ecosystem is getting more specialized and interconnected.
So if we try to wrap up what we've seen in this deep dive, it feels like a really strong push towards integrated systems, like AMP Share standardizing batteries or Hilti managing consumables via software.
Yeah, integration is key.
And precision automation is becoming essential, whether it's the big stuff like the Jybot reducing physical strain or the fine control like DeWalt's Precision Drive preventing mistakes.
Right, smart control everywhere.
Plus, a really tangible commitment to sustainability like that Bosch closed-loop drill. It's not just talk.
For sure. And if you connect all that investment back to the future workforce, I mean, you see DeWalt supporting WorldSkills France, Natalie Conarset highlighted that, or Hamer doing scholarships, as Manuel Merck detailed.
Yeah.
It makes you think the real game changer isn't just the next slightly more powerful tool. It's speeding up the development of the next generation of tradespeople. They're the ones who'll need to master these complex connected systems to actually be competitive. That feels like where the industry is placing its biggest bet for the future.
That's a great point to end on. The tools are evolving, but so must the skills to use them effectively. If you enjoyed this episode, new episodes drop every 2 weeks. Also check out our other editions on digital construction and smart manufacturing. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.